Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review for Married at First Sight, this season 13, episode 8. Okay, I mean it's getting good and nutty buddy or whatever, but it's still so much to go. But y'all know first things first, if you have not done so already, make sure to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff, because that's the thing to do. Okay, go ahead, subscribe here. Okay, go ahead and subscribe to, Jaylee's Corner Talk, girl, Jaylee's Corner Talk, me, pickles. The link to Jaylee's Corner Talk is in the description box below and all of that. Okay, y'all know to like the video, comment in the comment section. You can hit the little share button, share on your social media. You can also relax and relate and release. Center yourself and everyone around you. It is 4:50 in the morning, so I'm going to inhale and exhale, because it's almost 5 a.m. and I got to do this whole review and then go to bed and get ready for work in the morning. Y'all know to follow me on social media. On IG, it is J_Lees_Corner. Okay, on Twitter, it's JayLeesCorner. Like and subscribe and stuff. Now, y'all know today is the ladies' first panel at 9:15 p.m. We will be on Jamie, that's me's channel, so make sure to come through, have a good time. We have a good show planned for y'all, as we do every single week. Okay, every single week. Okay, so make sure to go ahead and tune in to us. Okay, let's just get into this episode. I feel like some couples gave us nothing, one or two couples gave us everything, and one of those two couples gave us, honey, craziness on different levels. So yeah. Let's get into Brett and Ryan. Is she Brett E. Ryan? Y'all know I get them confused all the time. Um, Look, I don't want to make it seem like I be picking on them. I do not want to make it seem like I think they so boring and they don't matter. But something about them is boring, but in a good way. Like, I feel like I don't have to worry about them. I feel like they, like, if you put your car in neutral and put it on the hill, it's gonna go. Okay, it's gonna go where it needs to go. Put it in neutral, put it at the top of a hill, it's gonna get down there. Okay, let it be. You don't have to worry about it. The car ain't got no brakes on. It ain't in park. It's in neutral. You don't want it in drive, because that can be uncontrollable. It's in neutral. It's gonna get where it's supposed to go, down that hill. That's what I get from Brett and Ryan. Look, they both like each other. They are both attracted to each other. Okay, they think it was good things that they're working on. There's some different things they need to work on or whatever. Even when all the couples meet up, he like, I feel like we dating, okay, but in a good way, because again, we like each other. They had a little housewarming or whatever. The friends got along. They did too. Look, they in a friend zone. They're in neutral, but they're getting down that hill, okay? And I'm like, they just need to have sex, okay? I think once they have sex, it's gonna click. But again, they're not boring in a we don't care way. They are boring in a I'm in the car in neutral going down the hill on the way to the sex dungeon, and I'm gonna get there soon, okay? We're gonna leave that there. I don't get why they haven't had sex, me personally. Okay, but that's not my vagina, not my penis. Let's go on to Rachel and Jose. Okay, they are there shopping for plants and flowers and shit to plant in the garden at the house, and Jose knows exactly the plants, exactly the spices, exactly whatever it is they should plant in their garden. And I think he thinks he wants to pick stuff or whatever. I'm gonna let him do it. Jose really do be taking over sometime. I want Rachel to speak up when she wants. Like, if you have an opinion, have one. And if he's like, I don't want the cabbage, I want the kale, or vice versa. Why can't we get both? Why can't we get cabbage and kale? It's 2 meals. I'm gonna leave that be too. But again, fine. Because again, they've already had sex. They've already banged it on now or whatever, and they like each other as well. Their big issue was going to be finances. Okay, that's gonna be their thing. Now, if their house rent, I know his parents was there. I think it was two were there for her too. I can't remember, but they asked like, "Have y'all guys had any disagreements?" Because they say how we get along great. It's weird that we connect so much. Again, it can be this. And when they say, "Would y'all disagree on anything?" Finances. Okay, she keeps saying, "I'm going to Europe. We're going to Europe. We're gonna go. I'm gonna make him." I'm like, "Girl, why are you so y'all been married for 2 weeks. Why is you discussing the trip to Europe right now?" Okay, that is further down the line. Get past the 6 weeks. Okay, get past decision day, and then say, "You know what? I want to go to Europe in like 6 months." To celebrate us getting past decision day. And then maybe he'll, you know what, that's a good celebration, but I'm like, whatever. Now he like, look, for me, I don't think we need to like saying be keeping up with the Joneses or whatever. You see things on social media, you want to keep up with whatever someone else has going on. I don't want to do that. I want to, cause I work hard, I save, I got my bulletin board of finances. It's weird to me. I'm like, but you write that on there with like a magic marker that won't come off? Because why is the same thing all the time? Like each month something should change. Okay, $1 here, $1 there, or something. It's weird. I'm like, why you keep showing people your finances on the bulletin board? Jose, go sit down some damn well. Anyway, so he like, look, I want us to have joint accounts so that all the money going into the joint account, we pay all the bills, okay? And then after all the bills are paid, whatever's left over, she can do whatever she wants to do with that, okay? The bills come first. My thing is that can be accomplished basically if y'all know how much y'all bills are and y'all both put that much in a joint account, but y'all still have y'all separate accounts too. Or if you don't want a separate account, Jose, fine. Y'all had that one joint and she had her one a private account. Who cares? It's not a big deal or whatever. Because she wants separate accounts. Okay. She wants to keep her money to herself. Now his family and her family both say, it's not like either one of y'all are right or wrong. Y'all to do things two different ways. Like it's just two different ways that people want to do things. No. Jose is very adamant. What he's saying should be the way he can fix her credit. He can fix this. Jose, calm down. Okay, again, Jose, the same way that Rachel needs to wait the 6 weeks, okay, to plan this Europe trip. I need you to wait 6 weeks to try to control her finances. I don't mind the conversation right now, but you can't keep making it seem like we're gonna have each one accounts. That's what I want. Okay, I might leave it be. So his family does say he has a way of being a real stickler for handling money. But they said that on day one at the wedding. He's very, very structured or whatever. That's what he do. But he do need to compromise some too. He do. He do. But so does she. I think she's so focused on learning how to be independent that she does not want to feel restricted. Okay. I want to be my own person and I feel like he's trying to take that from me. And his stepmom told her, well, don't feel bad about wanting to keep your independence. You want your own account. Do not let him control everything. And I agree. He should not control everything. I also agree if she's not that good with balancing money and budgeting and she wants that help, ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, it's nothing wrong. And it's also nothing wrong with her having her own separate account. Okay, that's all it was with these two. Let's get to Johnny and Bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bum, ba-da-da, ba-da, bum, 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 bum. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Whatever I hear, bow, 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 bow. This pops in my head. Johnny and Bow. Um, how can I wrap this up in like 30 seconds? Hmm. Johnny isn't ready for marriage. Neither is Bow. That was quicker than I thought it would be. They are not ready. Okay, they also bore me. Their voices when they talk makes me sleepy. They talk really slow. Johnny, what's wrong? Bow. I really feel like you don't understand that I want you but I don't know if I want you to want me. I'm like, what? Girl, anyway, she talking to her people or whatever. She brings, because her, I think it was her cousin, brother, whoever it was, brings up how when I seen you see Johnny and you knew Johnny, I felt like you was gonna like try to retreat. And it's like, well, I had a little panic attack or whatever. My thoughts went to the negative. Okay, that he's a frat guy and all the things I knew about him in college. Okay, but then I kind of got over it and wondered what else could it be. Okay, but she does wonder if he's ready or not fully for marriage because again he has these I don't know moments all the time and she don't know if he know what to do and whatnot. Okay. Now her person that she was meeting with say, look, he's been single for 8 years, so he has not been with someone for that long. So it may take him a little bit of time to get used to being in a relationship, let alone a marriage. Okay. And I'm like, that's true. That's very true. So when all the couples meet up or whatnot, and they were chit chatting, he brings up how like me and Bob we're friendly. You know what I'm saying? We're like we're friendly. So it's like I'm dating a friend. It's kind of weird, okay? Because it's like I don't know what to do. And so he's like, but I'm like I like her, like I'm attracted to her, like physically, yes, but she's not. She's weird to me. Her personality. So he likes her, but he doesn't. Um, Johnny is a bit of a fuck boy. Johnny is not ready for marriage. Not only that, he's matched with Bow, who's also not ready for marriage. I do think if they both were teamed with other people, if he was teamed with someone who was affectionate, who um took showers, he might be more open. I think a big thing for him is she don't like taking showers. So that fucks with him mentally. And for Bow, I think for her, she wants someone who is okay with her not taking showers. She also wants someone who is okay with her not being as affectionate. That's not him. They don't match. But the thing that they don't match with, you would not have known unless you matched them together. So this pairing, I do not blame the experts because again, we could have known that she don't take showers. Who would think someone would not take showers and will like be adamant that that ain't what they do? Okay, so that's kind of weird, weird, weird. Now when talking or whatever, and he like said how he likes her one way, but at the other, Gil, girl, here go Gil. I get it. Okay, I told my wife if somebody explained to me who she was and tried to hook me up with her by just telling me how she is, I would not date her. Okay, but being with her, I'm happy with her because what I think she is by someone telling me that. That's not who she is. That's not who she is when I met her, or whatever. So you might not see the reason y'all were matched just yet, but don't stop looking, okay? And in his confessional, he broke on down. Oh my God. I thought I was ready for marriage, but I might not be ready. But I'm married and now I'm fucked. It's like, yeah, you are. And Jose comes around. Are you okay? You okay, Johnny? Yeah, I'm just, it's okay. Calm down. Hug, hug, hug. Now they fine, okay? Now at home, by like, I just feel like something's wrong, Johnny. What's wrong? I'm not sure, I'm ready for this or whatever, you know what I'm saying? What if, wow, what if I'm not ready for marriage, even if I did it for the right reasons, but I'm not sure? And then you go, wow, my fear is now a reality. And then he said, you know what, how about we just sleep on it? I'm like, sleep on it? You just told your wife in 12 days you don't think you're ready for marriage. And so while he wants to take a fucking nap, she's like, my mind will be racing all night. I'm like, y'all bore me. Um, they have a housewarming. Again, Bow and Johnny are on different pages. They both want to make things work, but they also both on different pages. It's the confusingest shit I've ever seen in my whole life. Okay. And later on, after the housewarming, they lay in bed and I'm like, did you shower? I'm just wondering. And they both again say, we want to make it work. Okay. Even if there are waves in the water, they are for sure like Haley and Jacob last season, where every time you turn around, it's weirdness and they don't know what they want to do. But at night, at the end of the day, I'm gonna make it work. Every time we're gonna make it work. Every time I'm like, I'm done. I'm getting on my damn nerves. Okay, let's get on to Gil and Myrla. So they are writing down their budget, to budget the bill they pay each month to see how things go and whatnot, okay? Because they want to make sure their money is being not being funny and whatnot and paying bills. And so they discuss like, groceries, like how much you spend groceries. He said I spend $150 a month each month. She's like, well, I don't count how much I spend. Sometimes this, sometimes that. He's like, how do you not know how much you spend in groceries? Let me be honest. I also don't know how much I spend in groceries. Look, I place an order with um, Myers shipped, and I have it delivered to my house. And at the end of the month, I pay off my credit card. Okay, so it's never more than maybe $200 because I get a lot of water and fruits and shit or whatever. So I'm consistently getting like every week I'm ordering more fruit. Every month I'm getting more bottles of water. So I'm like, yeah, it'd be like $200 a month. Okay, if I splurge a little stuff, I want some steak. If I want some steak, you know, a little bit more. But again, I know typically how much it is. And she said, well, no, it can be like up to $350 a month. I'm like, damn, okay. But again, she said, look, I don't have a budget. I don't really count how much I spend or whatever, but I do pay my credit card off every month. I don't have a balance, meaning she is fine if she's paying off her credit cards every single month. So they then look at each other's bank accounts. I was like, ooh, what's it gonna say? Because Gil has had a lot of mouth about she should stop spending. She spends too much. So you would assume because he's frugal, he got to be saving money. Has to be. Can't be nothing different, okay? And they look at each other's account, and you're like, oh, that's a nice saving. That's a true savings. She's like, yeah. And we look at his. We didn't see this or whatever. But he brings up how you saying he got some in his savings or whatever, okay. But he has a savings account down in Colombia, okay. And the money is worth more in Colombia than it is here, but he can't like touch. I'm like, why you got money going there but you can't touch it? It's weird, weird, weird. So she has more money saved in her savings than he has in general. Okay. And so she was like, oh, okay. So we were to buy a house, we would have to like start from scratch. He was like, oh, excuse me. He was like, yeah. So you're complaining about how much she spends out of her money because you don't have any. And I'm like, that's some bullshit. I really expected him to have saved up something, and that's why he has so much mouth. So you can't afford a conversation. You can't afford to tell her to slow down on her spending because your account is not, don't have many zeros. Sir, don't do that. You have embarrassed yourself on national television. Okay. Get out of my face, Gil. Anyway, um, it was funny to see after all the couples met up, because it was all the guys met up together, all the women met up together. I didn't care that much. But Gil and Myrla discussed what each side discussed. And Gil told her how, Johnny said he don't like Bow. Well, Johnny said he's not fully attracted to Bow, which is true. But I'm like, oh, it was cute to see husband and wife, gossip about their date. It was cute to me. Anyway, we do see they have a FaceTime call with his mom. It was really, really cute. It was Myrla's first time meeting his mom because his mom stays, in Colombia. So it's hard for them to talk on a consistent basis. It was a cute moment or whatever. The mom was like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to just communicate, okay, and know to focus on understanding, loving, and respecting each other. Okay, it was cute. And you see that she likes him. You see that Myrla likes Gil. She just don't want to kiss him because I think she know if I kiss him, I'ma fuck him. And I don't want to fuck him. So she's trying to keep her distance or whatever. And again, at this point, they've been married for 2 weeks. I'm not saying she has to give him any cooch. She does not have to sleep with him at all. You need to kiss that man, not his penis, his face. Okay. Anyway, that their housewarming party, they were joking because he always teases her about her clothes. Her closet is so stuffed because she has hangers where 8 pair of jeans is on one hanger, ha ha, or whatever. And she's like, it's cool that we can joke and kind of rib each other about things. It's not a big deal. But they both said how they click. Okay, we get along. We're fine, 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 or whatever. Gil said how he know from this being with her, he knows enough about her that he trusts her. I'm like, well, that's cute. He trusts. Oh, trust, trust, trust. Anyway, so they discuss how they look at each other's finances or whatever. And he like, I still don't like how she won't compromise on slowing down her spending. Gil, you don't make enough money. You don't have enough saved to have this conversation. You can't afford this conversation, Gil. Hush, okay? Leave it be. And her like, I'm not compromising. I'm not going to compromise on that. Leave me alone, okay? So they asked the friends, asked about them kissing. We have not kissed yet. He like, look, I told her at the end of the day, if we don't kiss by decision day, I'm asking for a divorce because again, what's the point? And he also explains how what do you say? He said no, we were dating and she held off on kissing. Okay, that would probably make it that would make sense. But we're married, like we're married, so it's weird to not kiss your husband that you are with daily, and married too, but you won't even give me a kiss, and you don't even have to tongue them down, what y'all lips can't touch. Girl, y'all in the same bed, okay? But again, they are both attracted to each other. Cute, cute, cute. So he talked to her friends and she talked to his, vice versa, whatever. Her friends say to him that in the past 18 years that he's known Myrla, that she's not a very affectionate person, whatever. He cannot remember her just like kissing guys or whatever. That's just not how she do. Okay. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she could not be a PDA person, but I don't know. I would have kissed Gil by now. That's just me. Now, his friend asked her about the whole financial situation. And she was very honest. She's like, at the end of the day, he needs to do better with saving money because he can't talk to me about, a family and kids and getting a house based on what he's saved so far. Okay. If he wants all of that, a life based on that, we would need to start now aggressively saving to be able to do that or whatever. And she said, because I would not move into an apartment like the one he lives in, that would be a whole deal breaker for me. Meaning she see he a little broke. Not poor, not poor, but she would not want to lower her living standards to be with him where he is right now. And that doesn't mean that he does not make enough money to sustain things, but it do seem like he may need to make some extra ducats somewhere. Okay. But again, we're gonna see what happens with them. Lastly, well, first of all, I like the video. Wrong thing. I've been eating some water. Okay, let's get to Zach and Michaela. Okay, and yes, the running man is above my head because I don't know which one of them need to run. I think they both need to. Honey, Zach and Michaela got me stressed. Okay, they had me stressed the fuck out. Okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna pop off screen. But y'all can still see my face right here because this is how I feel. Okay, it's like what is going on here? Somebody help me! Now Zach meets with his friend. Okay, because we seen the last episode of them like talking to like the Pastor Cal. So Zach meets with his friend and whatnot and he brings up how he saw some red flags, okay? Just based on some things that happened or whatever. Now, he brings up the whole left at 7 a.m. thing. Now, what we did not know last week while reviewing the show is on the after show, Zach said that, one, Michaela told him to never wake her up early in the mornings, okay? So do not do that. So that's why he did not wake her up that morning because she had told him don't do that. So he was listening to her. Okay. And also he brought up how he did text her back, but when he texted her back, I guess she didn't reply. Leave that be. Um, but he brings up again, left at 7 a.m., the dog situation, whatever, and she got pissed and moved out. Fine, fine, fine. Um, however, they talked about the cow and they thought, things were fine, fine, fine. However, an hour after meeting with Pastor Cal, she texted him how I don't want to do the housewarming. I do not, and I'm not going to invite my friends. So he like, how the fuck do we go from things being fine or whatever, things being fixed, and you not wanting to have a housewarming and not invite your friends because each couple had a housewarming this episode. So his friend brings up how Zach is very, very, very non-confrontational. Okay, that's not his thing or whatever. So this is something that would end up having to. He like, y'all gonna have to work things out, okay? Because if she's a confrontational person or whatever, y'all have to figure out how to get around that, okay? Now he also said how sometimes reality doesn't always match what your expectations are, okay? And Zach has this very uh non-realistic perfect type of expectation, and that's not what he's getting. And so, he needs to be more patient with her because again, don't forget, she's a whole stranger. Okay. But he's like, I'm nervous. I'm just so scared because it's only been 2 weeks. And it's like if something this small is something as small as I left the house without telling her made this big issue to where she was pissed off at me and then wants to cancel the house or whatever, what's gonna happen if it's a bigger issue? I don't want to be in a marriage where you know what I'm saying it's just this confrontational. And let me say this, let me pop back on screen. I agree with Zach. I do. Um, how a person reacts to things can make you like, you know what, I don't wanna be here because your reaction is crazy. I don't have no, thank you. So I get him saying if that's how she acts on something really small, I can't imagine what's gonna happen when something like when I really forget to do some shit. Like what's gonna happen then? She gonna kill you anyway. So we do see when all the couples meet up, Michaela does not tell them about the drama that's going on because like we're still in it. So I don't want to discuss it. And that's fine. She does not have to tell them anything, but whatever. Now, when they ask, who's had sex yet? Okay, who's done it? Now we know of course Jose and Rachel has, but everyone else says no. Michaela says no, we have not yet or whatever. However, Zach with the guys tell the truth. He said, "Well, no, we have had sex, okay." And it's like when it was like 2 days. Like when did y'all they had sex that first day? Okay, let's make that clear because again, that's why she's acting so stigmatized. I mean, he did also say she's gonna kill me when she see that I, told the truth because she lied. Anyway, but we knew they had sex. Like that wasn't like we already knew that anyway about how they was acting. So Michaela brings up how okay, well I felt weird about the whole housewarming or whatever, but I took a nap. I went to sleep, and now I'm gonna do it now. So she wants to have housewarming, and so she told her friends, how things are kind of crazy right now, like they going through a couple arguments, but she feel like arguments have to happen so we can grow. And I was like, I mean, that's true. You want to grow from things, but you also don't want to be fussing and arguing just to grow from shit too soon. Okay, let me calm down right now. I don't wanna fuss. And when her one friend said, "Oh, you can teach Zach how to be this or that," she's like, "No, I don't want to teach. I just want him to be who he is." Okay, that's cute, cute, cute. Now Zach get there. Zach's nervous, and you can tell that Zach is kind of nervous with just how things may go. Okay, because we do not know. Now he do tell us how she reacts and make things this big deal. It's definitely a red flag to me. But I want to try to make this work. I want to make the best of this marriage. Okay. So when he goes and talks to her friends to kind of get their opinion on what's been going on, and he tells them what happened, but they also kind of knew because she did text them and told them, "Hey, the whole housewarming is off." So they like, that was weird, but again, it's fine, fine, fine. Um, Now they also bring up how it's because she's uncomfortable. Okay, once she's comfortable and once she used to being around you, whatever, she won't really react that way. So that's why she probably flipped out because she don't really know you like that or whatnot. Okay. However, she do need to communicate better because when she's having those stressful moments and whatnot, that's when things can get way out of control. Okay. And then they tell him like, remember, you still don't fully know her, so even how you feel about her reactions is based on her being a stranger. Whereas we know her, so we don't see it that way. Okay. And he's still nervous. Now, when she talked to his friend or whatever, his friend was cute. Every time I see my signal low, I just pop up screen. But she brings up how when talking to the friend that, I get that me and him, we're both very strong willed or whatever. And so we have that in common. But I realized I need to be more considerate of his feelings because I'm his wife. She then says, I can't continue to do these vindictive things as if that's okay because I will lose my marriage. I'm like, oh, this is the crazy thing. So y'all know last week the lady was fussing about, oh, it was Zach and Zach set up and Zach. And I kept saying, I don't think he did. I think she tripping. So to hear her say that she is doing vindictive things because she's just being that way, but she knows she's not need to me, I feel validated. And me saying, like, I don't think it's just him. I think she crazy. And for her to admit, well, yeah, I'm a bit vindictive and I'm doing these things to get back at him, that ain't the proper way to do things. I'm like, that kind of person, she's trying to push his buttons by being vindictive. And then he is like spiraling, which makes her spiral. It's a whole negative trifecta. Okay, I'm gonna leave that be. But she do admit that we both need to communicate better, which they do. He do, and so does she. Okay, uh, she's like, I will not say stuff. Okay, then I will explode. Okay, and then I will explode in the most drastic way because I have not been saying what I've been feeling. And so friends then say, you know what? Zach has been in a couple of toxic relationships or whatever. So that may not be the best thing because again, he wants to move past that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? And be better. That's why for him communication is so huge. And he told her that I think on the wedding day, how he does not like to fight and argue, whatever, he rather just talk it out. And I think she gets mad first, wants to talk about it later, and then say sorry, think okay, it's good. And I don't think that's how he works. And so he like, if you're upset, if something's wrong with you, like just talk to him. Like he will gladly have a whole conversation, like, but just don't shut down. Let him know what's going on. To me, friend gave her some good advice, not just for the marriage, but just in general. You can't be out here shutting down, and then wanting to explode all over whoever else. Okay, so when everybody leave, they have a conversation, and um, he like, look, they both say how they learn from each other's friends or whatever, and then he brings up how like, well, your friends help me realize that uh, how you handle things. What do you say? He said her friends helped her realize how she is as a person and how certain things are handled with her. And she brings up how I learned how you are a very genuine person or whatever. And I knew that already, but he just emphasized more and helped me, realize how much you are that kind of person. And I realized that for me, through my behaviors, I took advantage of that from you. He's like, what you mean? She's like, well, you know what I'm saying? I just wasn't used to being with somebody who is in it just as much as me. And because you are, I think she's doing extra shit, thinking I can be extra, and he won't leave because he's in it just as much as me. But she don't know he don't respond well to that. Whereas a crazy person would think I can act crazy and he gonna stay because he already here. And he like, she crazy, I want to leave. So her actions are having a negative reaction from him than what she wants, okay? But she's like, I can admit, my reaction was completely an overreaction. She's trying to say I'm sorry. Now for him, this is why I'm like, I don't know who should run. She's fully owning what she did, but fully owning what you did does not necessarily mean the person you did it to will forgive you. Okay, I'm saying that. Now he like I fully understand why you're upset. And I get that completely. What I can't get is how it went so far, like how you got so mad and how this went. And I don't want us to repeat. Like I don't want to repeat my past, and some toxic shit. So I'm confused on that. I just want us to be able to address how to handle things better, but I don't think that can be changed. And she's like, well, what do you mean? And like, I'm even hesitant to truly tell you how I feel because I don't know how you're gonna react. And I'm like, see, that sometimes is a negative effect when you flip out over some little shit that he didn't even do intentionally. If I didn't tell you how I feel, which may be a negative way, I'm scared that you may flip out even worse because this is some real shit. Okay, I'm scared. I'm scared. Well, no, how do you feel? What's going on? And I was like, click, click, boom. So he like, look, I just had anxiety. I'm saying I didn't want to come here. I was scared to come home. I didn't want to do it or whatever. It was my anxiety coming here was worse than the wedding day. Okay, because it's just like I'm just scared, and it's not, and you do anything wrong, but this is how I feel, and it's based on how could she react now or next. And I'm like, but at this point though, she's explained to you what she did wrong. So at this point, I do feel like, okay, this is a Zach issue that he don't need to even put on her because it's gonna make her overthink shit. Okay, I'm gonna leave that be. So she like, well, what's resolved? Like, how can we fix this? And he like, well, I don't know. Sometimes all issues can't be fixed immediately, and I get that. Every question doesn't have an answer right then. But I mean, it was weird because he was telling her it's an issue, but we can't fix it. So I know what to do, but I'm kind of mad at you. And I was like, what is going on? And he was being honest about how he was triggered based on her actions or whatever. But I was like, I just, who should run? Should she run because he's so anxiety driven and sick that he can't eat? So should she run because he doesn't seem well enough to put up with the things going on, or should he run because she's batshit crazy? Because we look, I can tell we have not seen the worst of either of them. Period. Okay, and then he like, look, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna stay tonight. I just don't. I don't feel like I just the energy's off. I'm gonna go back to my place or whatever, and I'm not gonna be here. And I'm like, nigga, you can't run from it. You can't. At the same time, if you around a stranger who you don't know what they're gonna do you stay and wait for them to kill you? No, you go home. Not saying she's gonna kill him, but we never know, okay? Honey, it was a whole just mess of a mess of a mess. Okay, but it's now 5:30. I have to go to bed to be up by 10:30. I can practically to 11 to the work by 12. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Do not forget to like the video, comment in the comment section, follow me on social media, and all of the good things I said in the beginning of the video. Okay, I will talk to y'all later. I gotta go. See you when I see you. Peace.